Hey, I want to talk to you about something today. Something you've probably struggled with quietly, maybe for years. And it's this. You sometimes say yes when every part of you wants to say no. You agree to things you don't want. You stay silent when you should speak up. You go along with things that drain you, hurt you, exhaust you, and afterward, you feel frustrated, or guilty, or even angry. Not at them, but at yourself. Because deep down, you know you abandoned your own needs again. So today, I want to open this with you, just you and me. No judgment, no shame, just understanding. Let's talk about why saying no is so hard for you, and why you feel this enormous pressure to please people, especially the people you care about. And then we'll talk about how to change that gently, naturally, and at your own pace. But first, I want to say something important. You're not weak for struggling with this. You're not broken. You're not spineless. You're not too nice. You're not dramatic. You're not overreacting. There are deep, real reasons you feel the way you do. And the more you understand those reasons, the easier it becomes to finally protect your peace. So let's start at the beginning. Let's talk about why no feels dangerous to your brain, even as an adult. Part 1. The real reason you can't say no. Most people think the inability to say no is a personality problem. Like, oh, they're just too kind. Oh, they're too generous. Oh, they want to make everyone happy. But the truth is, this isn't about kindness. It's about fear. Not fear of the person. Fear of the consequences. You're scared of making someone upset, disappointing someone, hurting someone, someone thinking you're selfish, someone thinking you're rude, being misunderstood, being rejected, being abandoned, causing a conflict, losing someone's approval, feeling guilty afterward, being the bad guy. Your yes is not kindness. It's self-protection. You're trying to protect yourself from emotional harm. Because at some point in your life, probably early, you learned a painful lesson. Saying no leads to punishment. Saying yes leads to safety. Your brain stored that lesson like a survival rule. And now as an adult, every time a situation comes up where you need to say no, your brain reacts like it's protecting your life. That's why the word no feels impossible to say, even when it would save you from stress, inconvenience, or emotional burnout. This isn't about the word. It's about the feeling attached to it. No more yes. Part 2. The psychology of people-pleasing. Simple explanation. Let's take this deeper. There are 3 psychological roots behind the struggle to say no, and I want to walk you through each one personally. 1. Fear of rejection. Rejection sensitivity. As humans, rejection feels like danger. Literally danger. Your brain is wired to believe that if people reject you, you lose belonging. And if you lose belonging, you lose safety. Rejection sensitivity means you pick up tiny signals. A sigh, a tone change, a pause, a slow reply, a facial expression. Your brain instantly thinks, uh-oh, they're upset. I need to fix this. So you say yes, even when you don't want to, because your brain sees rejection as a threat bigger than discomfort. 2. Social fear. Fear of conflict or judgment. Many people believe, if I say no, they'll think I'm rude. If I say no, they'll misunderstand me. If I say no, they'll judge me. Conflict feels terrifying because your body reacts to it like danger. Even a small disagreement can activate the same fight-or-flight response. So instead of risking tension, your brain chooses peace, even if it costs you your own peace. 3. Emotional conditioning. You were trained to be agreeable. Maybe in your childhood. No was punished. Your feelings were ignored. You had to be the good kid. You became the peacekeeper. Expressing boundaries led to conflict. Your needs weren't prioritized, so you learned, my needs are not important, I must keep everyone happy. I must avoid upsetting others, and that became your identity. Not because you wanted it, but because your environment shaped it. Part 3. Adult relationship dynamics. Just for you. Now let's bring this into adulthood, into your relationships. This is where it gets real. Because the inability to say no affects romantic relationships, friendships, coworkers, family, and even strangers. Let me walk you through a few situations that may feel familiar. Relationship example 1. Your partner wants something, you don't. Maybe your partner asks, Can you talk right now? Can you come over? Can you help me with this? Can you do this favor for me? And even when you're tired, overwhelmed, or busy, you say yes. Not because you want to, but because you're afraid they'll feel disappointed, think you don't care, get annoyed, pull away, love you a little less. You sacrifice yourself to avoid emotional consequences. Relationship. Example 2. Friends ask you for favors. Your friend says, "Can you help me? Can you pick me up? Can we hang out today?" And even if you're exhausted, you force yourself, because you think, if I say no, they'll stop asking me. If I say no, they'll think I'm unreliable. You're not being a friend, you're being a caretaker. Relationship. Example 3. Family pressure. Family guilt is powerful. Sometimes you say yes because you don't want drama. You don't want guilt trips. You don't want emotional manipulation. You don't want to be misunderstood. You learned very early that no causes trouble, so you avoid trouble at your own expense. Relationship. Example 4. Work and colleagues. This one hurts the most. You take on extra work. You stay late. You take responsibilities that aren't yours. You say yes to things that burn you out. Because you're scared that they'll think you're lazy. They won't respect you. They'll exclude you. You'll lose opportunities. People-pleasing at work becomes a survival strategy. And deep down, you know it's draining you. Milo. Part 4. The feelings hiding behind yes. Let's go into the emotional side now. When you say yes but want to say no, there are hidden emotions controlling you. I want you to listen for the one that feels like it belongs to you. 1. Fear. Fear of upsetting someone. Fear of losing someone. Fear of conflict. Fear of being disliked. 2. Guilt. You feel guilty for putting your needs first. 3. Shame. You believe your needs are too much or not valid. 4. Pressure. You feel obligated to keep everyone happy. 5. Responsibility. You feel responsible for the emotions of others. 6. Habit. You've said yes for so long it became automatic. 7. Anxiety. Your body reacts before your mind decides. These emotions hold your voice down. They silence your no. Part 5. What is really happening in your brain? Your brain sees no as a threat. When someone asks you something, your mind goes, say yes, or something bad will happen. Say yes, or they'll be upset. Say yes, or they'll pull away. But the truth is, saying no rarely ruins relationships. It clarifies them. Healthy people respect boundaries. Unhealthy people punish them. Your brain has been using outdated survival rules. You're not a child anymore. You're not stuck anymore. You're allowed to choose. Part 6. How to say no without feeling guilty. Simple steps. Let's make this personal now. Just you and me. I'm not going to tell you to just say no. You already know that doesn't work. Instead, here are gentle, realistic skills that actually work. Step 1. Pause before answering. Don't answer immediately. Give yourself 3-5 seconds. This interrupts your automatic yes. Step 2. Ask yourself, do I actually want to do this? If the answer is not a clear yes, then it's a no. Step 3. Start with soft boundaries. You don't have to use the word no at first. Try, I can't today. I'm not available. I don't have the energy right now. Maybe another time. These phrases protect your peace without conflict. Step 4. Understand this truth. You are not responsible for their reaction. Their disappointment is theirs to manage. Your life is yours. Step 5. Practice small no's. Say no to tiny things first. No thank you. I'm good. I'll pass. Your brain builds confidence slowly. Spade 7. The emotional healing behind learning to say no. This part is the most personal. When you struggle to say no, it often means you're still learning to value yourself. You're still learning that your needs matter. You're still learning that you're allowed to disappoint someone. Healing looks like choosing yourself, protecting your time, resting without guilt, setting boundaries, respecting your own limits, trusting that people won't leave when you say no, understanding that the right people stay and the wrong ones fade away. Saying no is not rejection, it's self-respect. Sir, Part 8. A final message. Just for you. Listen to me for a moment, closely. You are not here to keep everyone happy. You are not here to be small. You are not here to be agreeable. You are not here to carry other people's emotions. You are not here to live as a shadow of yourself. Your yes should mean something. Your no should mean something. You deserve relationships where you don't have to earn love by sacrificing yourself. You deserve friendships where you can say no without fear. You deserve a life where your choices matter. And slowly, gently, you can unlearn the fear. You can teach your brain, I am safe. I can say no. People who care about me will stay. And you're not alone in this. I'm right here, helping you open the next file. One gentle step at a time. Before we finish, I want to take you even deeper into this. Because saying no is not just about boundaries. It's about your identity, your emotional history, and the way you were taught to survive relationships. And you deserve to understand yourself fully. So let's continue, just you and me. Part 9. The Good Person Trap. There's something I want you to hear clearly. You can be a good person and still say no. You can be a kind person and still protect your peace. You can be a loving person and still have limits. Somewhere along the way you started believing that being good means never disappointing anyone, never causing tension, always saying yes, always being available, always being patient, always being easy to deal with. But that's not goodness, that's self-erasure. People didn't fall in love with the real you. They fell in love with the version of you that's always available, always agreeable, always accommodating. You became the safe choice, the reliable one, the one who doesn't push back. And maybe deep down you're scared that if you show your real boundaries, people will leave. But let me tell you a truth that might feel uncomfortable. If someone only loves you because you don't set boundaries, then they don't love you. They love your compliance, and you deserve so much more than that. Part 10. The invisible cost of always saying yes. You may think saying yes keeps the peace, but it takes a silent toll on you, physically, emotionally, mentally. Let me show you the hidden costs. 1. Emotional exhaustion. Constantly managing other people's feelings drains you, more than any physical task ever could. 2. Resentment builds you. You start feeling bitter toward people you once cared about, not because they're bad, but because you ignored your own limits. 3. Self-worth drops every time you silence your needs. You silently tell yourself, my feelings don't matter. Over time, your brain starts believing it. 4. You lose connection to who you actually are. Your real personality gets buried under politeness. You forget what you like, what you want, what you need. 5. People stop seeing you as a whole person. They start expecting your yes as if it's your job, because you trained them to. And I want you to hear this clearly. You have trained people to ignore your boundary by never showing them your boundaries. But it's not too late to change that. Part 11. Adult relationship patterns. You don't realize you're repeating this. Part might be a little heavy, but it's important. You probably developed relationship habits without realizing it. Let me walk you through them. See which one feels like you. 1. You apologize for things that aren't your fault. Sorry for bothering you. Sorry for saying this. Sorry for needing help. Sorry for existing. Your apology isn't for your actions, it's for your presence. 2. You feel responsible for people's reactions. If someone is disappointed, you feel guilty, even when you did nothing wrong. 3. You avoid asking for anything, even when you really need help. You'd rather suffer quietly than risk being a burden. 4. You don't correct people when they misunderstand you. You swallow your truth because conflict feels scarier than being misrepresented. 5. You stay longer in relationships that hurt you, because walking away feels like abandoning someone, even when they've already abandoned you emotionally. These are not flaws. They are survival strategies, ones you learned when you were too young to choose. Now you're older. Now you can choose. Furl 12. How to rewire your brain to feel safe saying no. You can absolutely train your brain to feel safe with boundaries. Not instantly, not all at once, but gently, slowly, with repetition. Let's go through the deeper process. 1. Build tolerance for discomfort. Saying no will feel uncomfortable at first. But discomfort is not danger. It's growth. 2. Replace guilt with self-respect. When guilt shows up, remind yourself, I'm allowed to choose myself. I'm allowed to have limits. I'm allowed to rest. Guilt is not a sign you did something wrong. It's a sign you're doing something new. 3. Separate your identity from your usefulness. You are not loved because of what you do. You are loved because of who you are. You do not have to be convenient to deserve love. 4. Practice micro-boundaries. Small no's build confidence for bigger ones. Try. No, I can't do that right now. No, I'm busy today. No, I need time for myself. Small steps count. 5. Observe who benefits from your silence. Pay attention to the people who become distant or upset the moment you stop being available 24/7. Their reaction teaches you more than their words ever will. 6. Redefine what kindness actually means. Kindness is not sacrificing yourself. Kindness is treating yourself with respect and offering others the truth, not forced compliance. Your yes should be real. Your no should be respected. For 13. The truth about people who get upset when you say no. I want to be really honest with you here. When you start saying no, some people will feel frustrated. Some will be confused. Some might push back. But pay attention to what they're really upset about. They're not upset because you said no. They're upset because they were benefiting from your lack of boundaries. You were giving them more than they were giving you. You were stretching while they were resting. You were carrying emotional weight that wasn't yours. Saying no exposes the imbalance. And some people don't like losing access to your unlimited yes. But hear me clearly. People who truly care about you will adjust to your boundaries. People who don't were never safe for you to begin with. You don't lose the right people by protecting yourself. You lose the wrong ones. Part 14. You deserve to take up space. Let me speak to you directly now. You deserve a life where your needs matter, where your time matters, where your voice matters, where your boundaries matter. You don't have to shrink yourself to be loved. You don't have to bend yourself to be accepted. You don't have to hide your feelings to keep the peace. You are allowed to take up space. You are allowed to say no. You are allowed to choose yourself without feeling guilty for it. And one day, not far from now, you're going to look back and realize, saying no wasn't you being difficult. It was you being honest. It was you being brave. It was you finally choosing a life that doesn't drain you. And you deserve that life. You always have.